This is the star of today's video. A can of chickpeas. They are already pre-cooked, thus can be eaten raw. The macros of them are at around 120 calories and 7 grams of protein for every 100 gram of canned chickpeas. And the best thing is that they are not only delicious in savory recipes, but also very nice in sweet recipes like this one. So I will first rinse them to separate the chickpeas from the liquid that is in every can. Don't throw this away, we will use this later. It's called aquafaba and is basically water with the excess starch that the chickpea releases over time in the can. It's basically the vegan egg white and will make every meal that is made with chickpeas a lot better. Now, before I will start with the actual recipe, I will go through an extra step that I highly recommend doing. I will preheat a pan on medium-high, then I will add in the chickpeas and let them fry until the entire water is evaporated. This will take about a minute or two. As soon as the water is evaporated, the browning process will start. This is the time where I will add 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of coconut oil, coat everything and fry this for another 2 minutes. Please weigh the coconut oil before you add it into the pan. Calories add up very quick, but it will add a nice hint of coconut to the finished bars. Do you see all these small brown spots in the chickpeas? These are flavor compounds that will make the protein bar a lot better. Remove it from the pan and place it aside. So now to the rest of the ingredients. I will weigh 150 grams of skimmed milk. This will help to sweeten the bar with the lactose sugars that are stored in dairy products. Then I will prepare 50 grams of vanilla casein protein powder. If you don't have casein, whey protein will work as well. Just keep in mind that it can become a bit drier with whey instead of casein protein powder. Next is 50 grams of all-purpose flour, and then I will add in 4 servings or 48 grams of powdered peanuts or PB2. You can also use the same amount of regular peanut butter if you don't mind the slightly higher calorie and fat content. If you want more protein though, then go with the powdered peanuts. So now you need anything that can blend. I will use my food processor for this, but you can also use a mixer. I will start with adding my toasted chickpeas and also the milk. This will help with mixing and a smoother texture. I will mix this now for around 2 minutes. The longer you mix it, the smoother the chickpeas will become, thus will result in a nicer protein bar. Now I will add in the protein powder and I will also add in 30 grams of stevia. This is optional depending on how sweet you like it. The powdered peanuts will go in as well, and remember the aquafaba from the beginning? Into the processor it goes. Also, I found that adding a banana really complements the over nutty flavor of the toasted chickpeas, so I will break up a banana, this weighs around 100 grams, and add it into the batter. Close the lid and blend everything again for around 30 to 60 seconds. So, now the last ingredient goes in and it's the flour. Start to mix it, and if you see that it doesn't combine properly, you can always add a tiny bit of water until the batter really starts to get smooth and super thick. So now we'll take a baking foam, and this one is way too big for this recipe. In my opinion, the best size is 20 by 20 centimeters or 8 by 8 inches. Here's a simple trick to achieve that. I will take a piece of aluminum foil and flip it a couple of times until it looks like a small barrier. Now I will press it into the baking foam until I have my desired size. You see? Then I will add in a piece of parchment paper, and if it somehow cannot keep its shape, you can add anything that is heavy between the edge and the aluminum foil until you add the batter. I will place in a piece of glass. Now I will add in my batter and spread everything fairly even with a spatula, and voila! There you have a smaller piece of batter. So, if you want, you could also add some pieces of chocolate on top. I would add around 30 grams. Just keep in mind that chocolate has a very high fat content and therefore is very high in calories. This now gets into the oven for 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 F. To check if it's ready, you can do the toothpick trick. Stick it into the batter, and if it comes out clean or maybe it had small crumbles, it is done. Let this sit here now for 15 minutes to cool down, and it will firm up so you can cut it. And there you go. I like to make 8 protein bars out of the batter, cool them in the fridge overnight and eat it for breakfast. In my opinion, they taste amazing if they are completely cooled down. The entire recipe comes in with 1270 calories, 147 grams of carbs, 26 grams of fat and 95 grams of protein. Check this video out to see how to make high protein cornbread, and see you in the next video.